Hey, my name is Burcu and welcome. A little excited over here, but that's totally okay. I think it's part of this journey. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about the channel, what it is about, and Mavi, the name where that comes from. So Mavi Astrology is the name of my astrology business, and my first intention when I created Mavi was also opening a YouTube channel for it. But along the journey, when I started to think about it, I didn't want to call the YouTube channel Mavi Astrology as well. For some reason, it felt limiting to me. Although I believe the way that I practice astrology is vast and diverse already, I didn't want to call the same name. Because my intention in this YouTube channel to talk about astrology more within the context of other philosophies in life, psychology, spirituality, mythology, religion, so on. So in short, I want to discuss astrology within the context of existential wondering. I don't plan to talk about predictive perspective of astrology. I want people to use astrology again in their existential questions about their life. I also want to create a channel where I can synthesize and share my knowledge in life, the knowledge that I gained through my educations, my readings and all, and combine that with astrology. At least that's my intention and purpose to open this channel. There are so many beautiful teachers out there in the internet world, and I am truly happy and grateful for their existence. At the same time, I do feel I have a unique story like anybody, but also unique story in a sense of astrology world. That's being said, I think it will be beneficial for some souls out there what I will be sharing in this platform. And because of all these reasons, the channel is called Mavi and Beyond. So Mavi is a Turkish word and it literally means color blue. When I think of the color blue and the name Mavi, only Jupiterian ideas come to my mind, and which are, expansion, possibilities, potential, philosophy, hope. So Mavi is related with sky, and so planets and universe and air element. Then Mavi also reminds me big body of water, oceans, seas, deep blue oceans. And I love water element. Water is life, water is knowledge, wisdom, and water is like a hidden information, almost in a sense, a gift of information hidden in our subconscious minds. That's why it made sense to me to call my astrology business and this channel Mavi. In my journey of astrology, while I was aligning with the microcosmos, and I didn't know that time what it was about. I was just trying to figure out life and things in my life. And then I met my first astrology teacher who has tremendous influence on me and my learning journey. She's a great teacher. At that time, I did my birth chart reading from her. And somewhere in our conversation, she said to me, it doesn't have to be from me, but study astrology and see what these placements in your birth chart will bring to life. And see, it was just a boom after that whole new gift of the path started for me. The astrology I practice, by the way, I still study every day to learn more and more about it, but it is a practice to learn and understand the projection of macrocosmos inside of us, which is a practice of trying to understand the relationship between microcosmos with macrocosmos. The tradition that I come from, mainly a combination and harmony of traditional classical astrology with mysticism, and of course blend in the psychological astrology. So from this perspective, the astrology that I am interested in is truly about understanding our story in our birth charts and how and what's happening outside affects in our internal world through our own birth charts. I try to transfer that knowledge to the person when I do the birth chart reading as well. So if you are a person who is not into the predictive part of astrology, which means you're not trying to get to know one and only the event-based answers, trying to know the next moment-to-moment circumstances, but instead of that, if you are trying to understand why you're experiencing same patterns in your life, or patterns of feelings, or experiencing the same thing and over again, or why you feel stuck or feel limited in certain areas in your life, then this will be a beautiful place for you. I believe it to be. So please subscribe to my channel to stay connected. In this way, we can grow this kind of perspective in astrology. At the same time, I want to talk a little bit about the social pressure that comes to a lot of people when they are interested in astrology, especially when they are in certain groups, which there is no flexibility in thoughts and no permit to expansion out of their realm they're in. Then people tend to hide their interest to astrology, or they get that battle inside because of the rigidity that the environment that they are in. And in some circles, there is this immediate stereotypical labelism on you. They call you too eccentric, or some people openly or secretly, with their limited, knowledge or perspective, they find people who are interested with astrology weak or fragile or lost in life. So when you are in conversations with these people, you can't really go further than astrological jokes or general shallow opinions about astrology, like, Libras are like this and Geminis are like that, and so on. My point is to share all that is, don't pay attention to stereotypes. Be open and stay open. Not all people who are interested in astrology are lost in their path, or they're in spiritual crisis, or astrology is not a modern religion to a lot of people like me. It is just an ancient tool that works and still exists today. It is just a tool, a way, or roadmap for some people. But it is such a beautiful tool. What I am trying to say is you can benefit tremendously from astrology, from a spiritual or just a philosophical perspective, and from an existential standpoint to understand your own dynamic inside you. You can benefit to understand your own actions, the reasoning behind them, the reasonings behind them, why you act slowly or why you act too fast. You can understand and take a look from different perspectives the things in your life. Or you can simply look at your relationships, understand your own values about life and money and power and where they come from. All these dynamics we can look through our birth charts. We don't practice astrology just to figure out our next move in our life step by step, or we don't just figure out our problems in our life. Astrology can be about understanding your life and understanding yourself. Your birth chart shows the seeds in you, the potentials in you that are awakened or also potential that are in sleep. It helps you to see what might be lacking in you, so it needs more fuel, or what might be too much, so you can let them go. So when I say psychological astrology, it also means understanding your own psyche, your own soul. So it shouldn't be confused with modern psychology or treatment or therapy. That's why please read my disclaimer below the channel. I also share it on my website. But hopefully along this journey I open all these topics with details so you can contemplate more on them. So hopefully you stay for that. Before I close this video, please remember your birth chart is unique to you. So although we have essential archetypes in us as humanity, all present itself in your life uniquely to you, and life has many possibilities, and only you have the potential to make whatever that possibility to happen. No one can make you do anything to you, or no one can make that for you. If you're healthy in your inner world and you're aware of that, astrology can be a beautiful tool and helper on your journey. While I do my birth chart reading for people, I always remind that my birth chart readings opening a new door for you, which can never be understood from one birth chart reading, but trust me, it has a tremendous shift happens with that. So my goal is in my birth chart reading is to open that door for you, so welcome you in. And then yourself can go out there and study your own birth chart and your own life and understand the deeper aspects of your own code in your birth charts, like which nobody can understand like you do. And I do believe I'm a good guide. So I believe with my guidance and the information that I share here, you can become more aware of your connection with the outer world from within. I am so happy to meet with you all, and I hope to see you again.